only 7,080 pounds, despite being a big travel trailer with 3 slides and an outside kitchen. This is a Bullet 34 bunkhouse here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. One owner. It doesn't look like it's really been towed a whole lot. It looks like they did a good job of keeping up on the exterior. If I'm going to be ultra picky, I think the worst thing this thing needs is just a quick dusting inside. So if what you're looking for is that really big travel trailer for a big family, like you got a seasonal site, you want that extra bedroom in the back in case a guest or family comes over, but we don't really want to dive into that new RV price tag, this is one I think that'll fit you pretty well. And I think really the only air quote problem you could say with this RV is that it just hadn't been used a lot recently. Basically, I think I would spend 30 minutes in here with some dust cloths and then Swiffer sweep up the floor, and you're going to be good to go, because that's about all it needs. That's all this camper needs to hit the road. That, and you might want to throw some mac and cheese in the cupboards and applesauce in the fridge, or you get the idea, whatever works for you. So, the Premier here, this is a Bullet that is like on its way to becoming a Cougar, if that helps anybody make any sense out of this. And if that doesn't make sense, here's what I mean. You've got a traditional Ultralite shell, but it's got a trim level up in terms of appointments and amenities. Like we see this vaulted ceiling in here. Now that's more common in today's market, but when this was built, not as many Ultralites had that. So it gives it that big RV look and feel. You see things like the extra large TV, the larger 8 cubic foot fridge, the raised panel hardwood cabinet doors. There's a lot of things on here that kind of speak to a little bit more upscale trim package than a very lightweight trailer at the time this was built traditionally offered. So the kitchen here, obviously on an island due to the fact that we have that kitchen slide. Now you've got a big awning that goes right over the top of that, and that's going to give some people a heart attack, like, oh, I'm going to lose all my awning space. No, you won't. It's like an 18-inch deep slide out outside for like an 8-foot awning or whatever. There's plenty of patio space left. Now, one thing they did here that I really appreciate, they didn't put the microwave above the stovetop vent hood. They put it beside it. That means that it has an extended kitchen slide, which means you get the extra storage cabinets there. You also get these extra huge cabinets below, since they're not fighting for space in relation to the oven. Handy power outlets that are very easy to reach. That's something Keystone was definitely ahead of the curve on, and they have more of them here on the island. That light coming in from the windows is really playing havoc with the camera right now. Apologies. Stainless sink with high-rise faucet for easy cleaning, and this entire thing is just pure unadulterated storage galorage down here. Over in the dining area, this is a very easily misunderstood aspect of Bullet production. I think it's a very smart object. It's a very classic camping object. It isn't fancy, but gosh, is it effective. And that is the simple table leg style that they're utilizing here. So against the wall, the table actually brackets so that the table is sturdy and solid, so it doesn't rock and roll around if somebody leans against it. Then it has the one single fold-out leg, which is very simple and very inexpensive, but very effective, because now we have what I like to call a no-knee knocker dinette, so that you're not gouging up your shins and your kneecaps, because I'm a long, lanky dude, and I'm a clumsy idiot, frankly, and I'm always bashing my knees on stuff. You can also see those are drawers on the ends of those bench ends to be able to get to that storage, and the slide side window over here for that extra light and airflow is something that everybody welcomes. Now, the way that they utilize the entertainment center, and you can see that big TV pivots out for easy viewing in the living area, but the entertainment center with the kind of mini pantry storage below, and either this pantry or linen space beside it, they're creating just enough of a hallway where it feels like you've got a very good private room back here, but it still has a nice big open flow and feel, so you never feel like you're trapped back here. This doesn't feel like the bat cave, as it were. Within the slide box here in the bunkhouse, you can see how that bunk folds up and down. So it's got a, what's this tag on here say? This is a 150-pound rated bunk, just to give everybody a point of reference so you can plan accordingly. Now down below here, you've got these conventional cube-style things where if you want to open this up into 2 beds, or have a bed and a lounger, or whatever arrangement you want to come up with, these things are fun. Frankly, what I would do, I'd turn it, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I would turn this thing into a little something I like to call Fort Awesome Sauce. Fort Awesome Sauce. And everybody knows that nobody's allowed into Fort Awesome Sauce without the password, unless Mom is bringing us a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then she's cool. But as you can see, Fort Awesome Sauce's mother was a transformer. There's a lot of different arrangements here. There's more than meets the eye is kind of what I'm getting at. Big back window, back to the topic at hand, to give lots of light and airflow here. Now, speaking of light and airflow, a couple cool things. You've got a ceiling vent to exhaust heat. You've got that extra bunk window for light and airflow. But if you notice up here, you see a power junction box. This is a 50 amp camper, and if you want to, you can sacrifice this vent to install a second air conditioner. It is ready to do that. And that is the kind of thing we can quote out for you here at Haylett RV. I don't know what that's going to run offhand because I'm not in our parts team. You know, it's a total separate thing. We've got different people with specialized training here. So good linen storage, like good clothing storage and entertainment center for the kiddos if you're so inclined. Now over here, this cabinet looking thing is actually the ladder. These are reinforced so that the kids can climb up and down, and they're a little bit more barefoot friendly than some of those kind of retractable ladder sort of things. It looks like somebody also came up with their own little, like, hey kids, don't fall out of the top bed at night sort of safety gate system, and that's a good thing, obviously. You don't want your kiddos falling and cracking their little skulls open. So quick panoramic look at her from the other side. Once again, more outlets all over the place. They really did a good job of that here. And something I'm wondering, I wonder if you'd be able to do a surface mount electric fireplace there. You'd have to be careful not to block that furnace intake on the bottom left, but I think it might be possible. That stereo, by the way, is Bluetooth and DVD. Over here in the super slide, we already saw the dinette, but a quick look at that sofa. It is a tri-fold sleeper sofa, so if you need that extra storage space, as if those big private bunks with Fort Awesome Sauce conversion pads weren't enough, well, you're going to be good to go. Now, the bathroom location on this is different from most bunkhouses. Most bunk rooms tend to place the bathroom next to the kids. This one places the bathroom next to the entry door, so it's travel friendly, but secondly, right up next to Mom and Dad's room. And notice, it's a shower, not a travel trailer tub. And this is a feature that is really still, even now, not widely caught on in the travel trailer business. The RV designers have finally realized more and more people are looking for showers, not tubs, because you just can't really push enough water through these things to really take a serious bath in a camper. And if it's a little kid, chances are you're going to use a little shower wand and hose them off anyway. Opposing breeze windows in here. You've got your big open side stands, which are very CPAP friendly. And over here, you've got a handy little laundry chute feature where this little trap door can kind of open. You can throw a laundry basket in it so that yesterday's clothes aren't blocking your way today. And when you reach your, when you get back home, or if you need to take a trip to laundromat or whatever, you can just open that nearby baggage door, grab the basket, and there you go. Now we're doing laundry. Back outside here in the pass-through, you can see the bumper mount grill for that outside RVQ station there, the outside camp kitchen as it were. You also see a lot of aluminum skeleton work. That is one of the major ways in which they kept this thing in that not even 7,100 pounds, despite the size and number of slides on this. You know, that's one of the things about bullets. They're a very lightweight brand. One of the other things that has significantly reduced the weight of this RV is that these utilize a really intelligent 3/16 inch roof decking instead of a common 3/8. That keeps the weight down dramatically. It does come at a little bit of a cost. This has what's called a service roof, not a walkable roof. That being said, I don't think it's anything people should get their heads worked up over, but I like to explain that so that everybody understands what that means. If you are going to do any sort of roof care, maintenance, and upkeep, chances are you're on your hands and knees most of the time anyway if you're checking seals, right? Well, you don't need to stand straight up and down. And that's what this roof is. This is not a roof that's designed to like put a lawn chair up there and go watch a NASCAR race. You probably didn't buy a travel trailer to walk all over the roof. That's kind of the logic here, and that's one of the areas that saves an ungodly amount of weight off of this RV. Now that nose cap, that big painted Premier nose cap on the front here, Premier being the up-level trim line within the Bullet family, gives it just like that stealth fighter, sleek sort of look up here. Power tongue jack, it does have a heated enclosed underbelly, and you also see a couple little odds and ends that have become more common, but when this was first built, you didn't find them in most conventional lightweight trailers like the sealed protected hinges, the metallic slam latches. We already talked about the enclosed heated underbelly. And these sleek frameless windows right here to give it that awesome look and a little bit of rainy day airflow. Now as we slide right down the sidewall here, you can see that there's all kinds of sheen and gleam left on the wall. I've located no areas of leaks, damage, collisions, delaminations, scratches, scuffs, or I don't even think a baby rubbed into it with a diaper. I mean, the exterior looks absolutely fantastic. It's the way that you want something like this to look. So I mentioned a heated enclosed underbelly, and there's this sticker by the door with all these sweet flames on it. It says thermal package. Well, it's not Arctic rated or anything, but it does a good job for, as long as you're not going to be camping, if there's snowflakes, you're going to be fine here. It has a heated enclosed underbelly, so if it's going to dip below freezing tonight and come back tomorrow, you're going to be good to go here. And remember, this is a 50 amp coach. It is ready for a second air conditioner to be installed in the bunk room, and that's something we can assist you with here at Haylett RV if you were so inclined. So a full-size camp kitchen here means extra storage outside and the bigger fridge. Also inlaid into that galvanized rolled steel counter is a real sink with a real drain. I don't know if I can get the camera to peek down in there. There you go. You can actually see real plumbing. It's not just a dog dish that dribbles out onto the ground. So remember that you've got this gas stovetop out here, but there was that full outside grill as well, and there are two separate quick connects. There's a quick connect here and a quick connect there, so it's not easy to see them on camera. Now, 7,000 pounds. A lot of people are instantly going to go, sweet, half-ton towable, and potentially, yes, but something you got to keep in mind. This is a long trailer. I mean, it's a very long trailer tip to tail, and that's where these wide stance stability axles are going to help come into play. A long trailer can cause sway more easily than a short trailer, in the same way that a long stick can move a rock more easily than a short stick. Prop and staff sort of logic here, if that makes sense to you. Well, those wide stance stability axles, they help. The easiest way I can describe it is cheat the wheelbase, so that you they don't eliminate, they reduce and help control the amount of sway and porpoising bouncing that you might experience in transit. So this is potentially half-ton towable, provided you've got proper hitching, and a heavier package half-ton would probably fare better here. If you've got anything bigger than half-ton, you're going to be good though. So, you know, keep in mind, always plan your vehicle accordingly. Saying things like half-ton towable as a blanket statement is dangerous because vehicles can differ so greatly. So it's potentially half-ton towable with the correct half-ton. And if you want to know if your vehicle is a good match for this, it's very simple. All you got to do is give our team here at Haylett RV a call. We tend to be a measure twice and buy once kind of dealership. We want to help you find your second RV the first time. That's sort of the whole reason we started putting these videos together so many years ago. And obviously folks appreciate it, as we have the largest following on all of YouTube with what we do here. And that is a stone cold fact you can verify for yourselves if you are so inclined. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.